whatever problem or whatever circumstance that you're facing in this moment, it gets better. Don't allow where you are currently to trick you into thinking that's where you always be, because life truly does get better. I think oftentimes when we're faced with certain problems or we're first faced with certain challenges in our lives, right, we only allow ourselves to see the problem. And in a sense, we make the problem permanent in our minds, when just as anything in this life, even our problems, they are temporary. And this is why I talk so much about seeing beyond what is in front of us. And what I mean by that is seeing our problems being solved before they are solved. Seeing our desires being met or fulfilled before they are fulfilled and met, right? Seeing ourselves where we want to be before we can arrive at that place. Because our imagination is surely the key to having the life that we want. But I think oftentimes we don't use our imaginations as much as we should. And we don't realize that we have a world within us, right? We have a power within us that is much more powerful, that is much greater than anything that we can perceive with our eyes. And if we only look at the world through our eyes instead of looking at the world, from our hearts, then we'll always be confined to what we see with our eyes. And this is why faith is such a powerful thing. This is why faith is so important in our daily lives. And I made a video and I said that faith is the ability of the heart to see what the eyes cannot. But how often do we look at the world through our hearts? Most of us live our lives and we look at the world through our eyes. We confine ourselves to what we see with our eyes. But if you want to be in a better position in your life, if you want to, in a sense, have everything that you desire in this life, you have to start looking at the world from your heart. Seeing that where you are right now isn't permanent and you can be at a better place. But being at a better place requires you to first see that better place in your heart and then amplifying it with your conviction, with your heart, right? That's how we achieve or overcome the challenges that we face in our daily lives. And I believe that oftentimes, we don't realize it, but our old world sometimes has to be deconstructed so that our new world has to be constructed. And sometimes the problems that we're facing in this moment, they come into our lives or we're facing them for a reason, right? Sometimes our joy or happiness or fulfillment or success, they exist beyond our current pain. But if we don't, in a sense, allow ourselves to see the positive in every circumstance, in every challenge, in every dilemma that we're facing, then we can't identify those seeds of growth and water them, right? We can't. We, in a sense, believe that every problem, every challenge that we face, everything that we run across is meant to deter or hurt us. But no, your problems are working in your favor, right? I made a video and said that even your problems, you're just as much of a part of God's plan, because your problems are the things that lead to your growth. Your problems are the route that take you to the things that you desire. You have to see that there's better in front of you. You have to see that your life is working out regardless of whatever it is that you're facing in this moment. You have to see that. Open your heart up and look at the world through your heart. Realize that there's better, right? And you can have better. Life is so abundant. Life is so beautiful, right? And I'm not saying life isn't hard, right? Life is hard. Sometimes you wake up and you feel as if you're always in a constant battle. You always feel as if there's some problem or some obstacle that you have to overcome. And we all go through that. No one is special, right? No one is special in the sense that no one is free of problems. We all have problems and challenges that we have to overcome. But these problems and challenges are necessary for who we want to become. They're necessary for the growth that we want to make. They truly are. But I think we need to change our perspective on our problems. Change our perspective on our challenges. See them as tools for our growth. Right? Oftentimes I think we give our problems power over us, way too much power over us. Right? You can't allow that. You can't allow your problems to drag you down. You can't allow them to defeat you. Everything that you want in this life is out there. The life that you want is out there. It exists right here and right here. Right? Don't allow your problems to defeat you. Life is abundant. Everything that you desire is out there. Right? But you have to have faith. You have to believe. You have to allow yourself to see beyond the present circumstance that you're in. I know it's hard, right? I'm not saying it's easy. Right? Sometimes I even find myself falling into the pit of sort of identifying so much with my problems. And I have to, in a sense, snap myself back, awake. I have to awaken myself. Right? Awaken myself and realize that my problems are necessary. And that where I am right now is not permanent. My problems are not permanent. And they just exist for a while. But life truly does get better. But don't allow your problems to defeat you. Don't be defeated in this thing that we call life. Right? Don't let it drag you down. There's so much more life for you to live. The life that you want, the life that you desire, it exists. But you have to allow yourself to see that it exists. And not only that, you have to feel that it exists. Because feeling is going to be the thing that takes you to the life that you want. And feeling is going to allow you to overcome any obstacle that you're facing. Right? Any problem that you're facing in this moment. Don't lose hope. Don't be brought down by this thing that we call life. And I'm genuinely rooting for you. But if you don't root for yourself, then how can you be in a better position in your life? How can you get to the things and, in a sense, create the life that you want? You have to believe in yourself. And you have to have faith that life truly is working in your favor. But don't lose hope, because life truly does get better. Peace and blessings.